take two. We start all over again. So, so yeah. It's Wednesday. Like usual, we would have this meet pie that we gotta chat about Python in the meet of the day, in the meet of the week. And we have really like a lot of things that we got to talk about, especially like online conferences. We do have some good stuff and some bad stuff.
Yes.
So
We are we're starting with the good news, right, Chuck?
yes, so EuroPython. I think we are both kind of in the like have volunteer organizing committee. So we are going virtual. If you missed the news before, we're going virtual. We gotta like so that we have already decided on the tech that we're gonna use. We're gonna try to have it as a nice experience, almost like a physical conference. We're just like trying this the first time, but we try to make it as good as possible. So one of the things that your input is very important is to vote for the talks, because hint that we have both submitted something. I think the votes are enormous, so I don't know. Actually, I haven't clicked on it yet. I haven't voted yet, but please, if you are watching it like within this week, please go and vote. We need your vote. We need your support to support all the speakers. So yeah.
Please do. And also, voting for a talk that you'd like to see at a conference is a way of you participating on that conference as well. And they wouldn't exist without you guys. So, yes, just come and give your support.
Yeah, so I think it's quite easy. Like you just we have actually like a lot of talks that you can vote for. I'm sure that you will find something that yeah, is interesting for you. So please vote, and then we would have the schedule out soon, and then we would have the conference in July. So yeah.
Perfect. So, that is your Python news. Then, ten, 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 ten.
What do we
We
have?
spoke about we spoke about them earlier on. I think it was like our first episode, but now we have some news, don't we, Chuck?
Yes, remote Python pizza. The speaker lineup is out, and I've looked at it. It's crazy. It's like I know almost like half of the people there, and they're all like good speakers. So really, really amazing stuff going on.
We know a very special speaker that is going to be on Remote Pizza this edition as well. And here we go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm lucky to be one of the speakers, but like I'm like what makes me more happy is I'm speaking with all these amazing people. So yeah, so check it out. I think like we said before, they are doing it for the Doctors Without Borders. Yes, so
Yes.
it's actually like it's good to be participating, like buying the ticket. I think it's like really cheap the ticket compared to like a physical conference. So it's also for a good cause and support for the community, and I think yeah, you should totally participate in it.
Absolutely. And guys, look at the design. Like we were just talking a few minutes ago, their website is so cool. We're loving the way they decided to do the whole grid with the speakers and all. It's super interesting.
Yeah, it's funny that I got like some people reply on my tweet saying about Python pizza that like, oh, do you like pizza? Like, how about you join my podcast about pizza? I was like, I actually I don't eat pizza. Like, I well, pizza is kind of like a symbolism of meetup, right? I love going to meetup, but actually I don't like pizza, like because the reason being like I have a pizza phobia because I have been to too many meetup before for a few years, and I kind of have this pizza phobia, so I'm trying to avoid pizza as much as possible. So yeah, like that's kind of opposite of what people believe. But yeah, so it's more about a Python than a pizza. That's why. Yeah. Um.
I couldn't believe when you told me. I really couldn't believe when you told me you don't like pizza. But then when you told me the reason why you don't like pizza anymore, then I actually quite get it. Because, yeah. Well, it's a thing that we don't have pizza in our remote meetups, right? We have coffee. And that's it.
Well, that's good thing about remote meetup is like if you like pizza, you can still order pizza. But for me, I would rather order like Indian or Asian food. So yeah, I can be like messy eating,
Mm.
stuff that I can just switch off my camera and nobody's gonna see my messy eating face, which is good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, we take that. It's all right. Then we
Right.
have more news.
Ooh.
Shall we go for bad news now then?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's an important news. Even it's sad, but we still like. I think it's a right thing because I just got this tweet from PyCon UK, one of my favorite conference, Python conference. Like this year, they have been cancelled. But I think it really makes sense because we are not sure what's going on for this virus thing. It may come back in the winter, or it may still be a high, like kind of. It may get better in September, but it could still be risky to have a conference with like thousands, like hundred or thousands of people, strangers that is at the same place in close contact. That you gotta be socializing with different people, so I think it's just for peace of mind that it's good to rather take it, safe than sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also the rumor from governments that they don't actually know if airports are going to be open anytime soon or what exactly. These are uncertain times, so it is. Although sad, It was the right thing to do, and well, we're we're sad, but we're supportive,
Yeah.
and we'll all be there in 2021 supporting the the new edition as well. Right,
Yeah.
Chuck?
Yeah. So if you're a Pythonister in UK or in like Europe or even like overseas, like far away, go to their Twitter, show them some love and follow them because like I assure you that like this is one of the best conference I've ever been at PyCon UK. So consider going next year. Yeah.
Yeah. But well, 21. We're gonna be there. We're all gonna be there.
Right.
And
Okay.
then we have news on more meetups news. So this week, Amsterdam is joining the guys from Software Circus, and they're doing a special, super fun meetup for you guys.
I really like the
Talking a
banner.
little bit more about.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, me too. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
I love it.
And they're gonna be talking. It's really cool. Like I really like it. I'm actually anxious to see if Nico is gonna put that banner on the back of on his green screen when he's hosting the meetup. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Well, I have a green screen, but we're not
Yeah,
using
I
it
did.
today, so yeah.
But we're gonna get there, right? And well, they're gonna talk about Fast API as well, and that was one of the libraries that we were talking about last week here at Meet with Pi.
Yeah. I think it's a really good like tour. So don't miss the talk. Yeah.
Yes, please don't. And then this week as well, I'm gonna be hosting the second edition of the remote Python Ireland meetup, and you have a few really cool speakers lined up for you guys. So we have Nico from Amsterdam telling us how to make your own torrent streaming using Python for learning purposes only. We're not practicing any kind of piracy here. And right?
Right.
And then after that, we have, you see? Then after that, we have Dr. Haley King. She is an oceanographer and she's a Pythonist as well. And she's going to be talking a little bit about planktons and polar bears and more Python for us there as well. So yeah, hope to see you guys there.
Yeah. When is it again?
Uh, It's on the 22nd, so it's Wednesday at 7 p.m. We start the talks at 7 p.m. The kickoff is at half 6, but we're only going to start at 7. So, yes. Are you going to be there, Chuck?
Yes, I will be there.
Good. Right answer. Very right answer. And then I think we're out of meetup news, but I think you have something really cool that you want to show us now.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not looking at the agenda thing that because like my computer, I'm not touching it if it's working. Um, so yeah, so this is a course that I found. I personally want to do it. It's a Django course for beginners, and I want to learn Django for a long time. I've do the Django girl like workshops and tutorials, but I really want to know more. And like for me, like what I learn stuff is like I want to do stuff like by hacking around it. So I think it's good to have these like resources that you can just like you know um learn at your own pace. So yeah, I think this is a very good one. It's very detailed with a lot of episodes, and yeah, I'm sharing resources that I found is good. Yeah, we would post
Nice.
the link for the videos as well. So yeah, check that out down there in the description. Yeah.
In the description, exactly. Cool. Yeah, Django is quite interesting, but it's also quite complex.
Yeah, it's a very popular tool. It's good to learn it. Like, even though I'm a Jamstack person, but sometimes for something you have to have a more complicated front end and back end. So Django would be a very good back end. You can set it up very quickly with the CMS and everything. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, EuroPython's website is built on Django, isn't it?
yeah, like the CMS is super good to use. I feel that it's like easier than a lot of other backends I've come across over the years. And I think it's also Django. You can like because like I said, like for a lot of applications, you have to have a heavier backend, and Django is the well, it's in Python, and it's a popular framework. You can find lots
Oh,
of resources. Community is super nice. I know the people in the Django London meetup, and they're all super nice people. They're very happy to help. So yeah.
cool. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I might be learning Django soon as well. Although I need to learn Flask beforehand because of our project.
Well, I would say that like Flask and Django, they kind of like in this relationship that's like they are people debating whether like Flask or Django. But for me, it's just like find the tool you feel comfortable, find the tool that you can use to do the job. I think with Django, it's more like is my feeling, right? I may be talking about rubbish now because I'm not like a web developer, but for me, it's like Django is more for like building a complete website that is like or complete web application that is that you got all these like everything in place, right? Flask is more like I just want a simple API that do one simple task, then like is quick and easy. So I'm not like in this debate right now. Again, like I'm not a web dev. I may not know enough to make a distinguish between like which one to use. But for me, it's just like I just found the tool that I feel the easiest to do the job. So yeah.
Cool. Well, it's good enough. Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't have much experience with neither of them, but I will have loads of experience with Flask as soon as I finish all the queue of things that I have to do now and start on developing that application that we're gonna work on soon. And then let's see what else we have news here. So yes, I have I think the last of the news. Oh no! You have something else to share with us. Dun 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 dun.
Yes. So I this well actually I think I followed this project before, but I haven't really like uh follow it very like closely because I would talk a little bit more about like this project in the next session, but like they have some good news that I've came across that they got some fundings from NonFocus. So again, if you don't know about NonFocus, they are the organization behind PyData. They are a non-profit organization. So what they do is like they are supporting all these open source project for scientific programming for so like a lot of them will be Python project that we use every day for data science, and they are super useful in doing research. So all this research could be something that save our life, right? It could be in some like medical research that is carrying on right now to save the world. So all these tools they need support, and NonFocus is supporting them, which is super cool. And so if you use any of these, you can go to NonFocus website, check like what project they have and like they're supporting. And if you use any one of those, um, yeah, like think about supporting them by maybe like involving in PyData or donating. That would really, that I think that's a really good way of showing appreciation. And so for this specific project, they are like I will talk a little bit more later, but like they are also for like doing some complex calculation for scientific research. So which is good, which is a good news for them, and congratulations.
Yes, it's always good news when we see such a great initiative in STEM actually going forward and supporting more people. It's good to see the support growing. And then I have news as well.
Cool.
I mean, sorry, are you perfect? So yes, it's not directly Python related, but this I just found out about these ladies, these lovely ladies, and this is a London-based group called Coding Black Females, and these ladies are quite supportive. They host a meetup every 2 weeks, and it's moved on. It was moved online now, and I was very lucky to participate on that meetup yesterday, and it's absolutely amazing. So they're very supportive. There's WhatsApp group where they share jobs and free courses and tips and hints, or they ask questions all the time, asking if you'd like to share experiences on things that you're working on, if you have any questions, if you'd like to find someone to work with you on anything. It's really good. And yes, and I have a project that I'm going to start working on with them, and so those are future news. I saved them for when they're actually ready.
Yeah, that's good. I think well, we chat mainly about Python, but it's okay to chat about other things that we think that is relevant and it's good. Like this is very good for minorities as well. I know that like now the tech community is like still very, like most people they would identify as white male. So for other groups, people from other groups, if they got like support, that would be great. We want the tech community to be more diverse and more inclusive. So this is, I think, is a good course. I think I've heard about them, but because I don't identify as like a member, but I think it's good that you found it, Lace, and like it's good that they go online, so you can join like in Dublin. So you don't have to be physically in London. So, which is good.
Yes.
I think we need maybe like more communities like this to help each other, like to you know to just like we do have the AI club that I run with a few friends that we also help gender minority identified people to get into tech or get some support in their career and share knowledge. I think that's good. So you can start small if you kind of want to help. You can just get a bunch of friends and just yeah.
So yeah, this is the group that Chuck is talking about. This is her group, the AI Gender for Minorities, and it's quite interesting as well. I mean, we really need projects that include people into the tech industry, so it stops being this white male dominated place. But we get there. We get there.
Yeah,
One step at a time.
yeah, I think the tech community I love community that put effort in it because they realize this problem. And there are a lot of people who may be like even in the majority group they are super supportive, they become allies and help these minority groups. I think is a very good, like a lot of tech communities I see this, and I think it just like I feel like, oh, I found a better place in the human world. So yeah. Yeah. Effective quadrature is a project that is used for mathematical calculations. It's like for complex mathematical calculations. It could be used for for dynamics, like really complex calculations that is well. So it's a scientific library in Python. So I think I follow them. Maybe I came across them like before in a conference. But well, I think I personally don't use it that much, but I think like for data science project maybe it's useful, for scientific project maybe it's useful. I think it's good to like show them some support. So that's why I'm giving them a shout out today. Yeah.
Cool. And is it very
Sorry, I lost you.
sorry, is it visual? Is it a visual library as well? Or is it
It's more like a calculation library, so it will calculate to give some results.
more
Yeah, for complex mathematical models.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's super did when I did a module on fluid dynamics and we're using MATLAB for that. And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. It
Yeah.
wasn't easy. Oh, interesting.
Sorry, like your connection is really bad.
Very cool. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. It's
Can you
just
see?
like I think half of your sentence got missing.
Okay. It's not the first time I hear this. I might have to start using a VPN as well because I think it's an ISP kind of deal.
Yeah, but
But anyway,
yeah, we are trying to improve these technical difficulties. We still have a lot of things we need to sort out. So sorry about that. Bear with us. We'll just keep pushing. Yeah.
exactly.
So what's your
We're still
library?
here, and that's what matters.
Yeah, what's your
Perfect.
library?
Dun, 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 dun. So I went for SymPy. So
Senpai, good stuff.
SymPy, yes. Do you know? Are you familiar with this one?
I am not familiar, but I've heard the name.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's very hard to find something that you haven't come across yet.
Well, I just heard the name. I don't know. Like, tell me more about it.
Perfect. So SymPy is very, very, very interesting because it's a simulation library. So it basically tries to mimic real world systems into a virtual environment. So let's say if you're trying to, let's say you're programming a parking area, and then you'd like to know how many cars you can let it in at the same time, and that you're not going to have a traffic jam at the middle or at the start of the parking area. So you could just program that into SymPy, use SymPy to program that, make a mock system on your program, and then run it, and it's gonna tell you how what's the limit, what's the top limit of cars that you can let in at the same time, so you don't have a traffic jam. And it's basically just a really good tool to try to avoid those bottlenecks that really complex systems have in the middle sometimes. um yeah, so it's a really cool, I thought it was a really really cool library exactly because of that, because it uses resources and it uses behaviors to try and mimic it. And the fact that resources is actually a parameter that is limited um makes it a little bit more real life like. So I thought it was quite interesting the way it was taught about it, and the way it actually helps solving complex systems issues.
Yeah, that's good. I think it could be useful in Monte Carlo simulation, is it?
Useful in what? Sorry.
Monte Carlo simulation, so it's like kind of one of the statistical research or like data science thing that would be
I
useful.
okay. I'm not familiar with this one, but maybe.
Yeah, I think I remember where when I came across this. I think it's a lightning talk in some of the conferences. Somebody was saying like simulating some elevator usage or something like that. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that would actually be because I'm looking for lightning talks because I really like the idea of lightning talks and like I really want to start giving a few of them. So yeah, I think that would be interesting because it's actually really it's not that simple to set up because you need to have a little bit of things on the background working here and there. But then as soon as it's set up, the actual writing of code and simulation is actually quite easy to do. So I think would be good enough for I mean short enough for a lightning talk.
Yeah. So if you got a chance to speak in like anything that about lightning talk, do it. I think it's one of the things that I love most, lightning talk, because like because it's short. If you don't like it, you just have to bear with it like for 5 minutes, and then like, but a lot of the time it's actually like surprisingly good. So yeah, I like lightning talk. It's like a kind of like a dessert in a conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I feel the same, and it just asks people to participate a little bit more as well, and it's much nicer to be in there when you're engaged and doing stuff. So
Do we have lightning talk in your meetup in Python Island?
we do indeed. So we do. We have two talks, and then at the end of the session, we have lightning talks. Yes, and usually I just it's on the it's on the actual page. So if you'd like to submit a lightning talks for the session, just fill in on this form over here. And usually, as soon as we start the meetup as well, I just put the link over there so people get a little bit more excited as well.
Cool. So if you want to try out giving a lightning talk, that would be a good place. So I think that kind of we have to wrap up right now. So all the link about the things I talk about will be in the description below. So I just assume everybody's watching the video like afterwards. So click on those. I would put it there. And yeah, like if you have any ideas, if you have came across something very very cool, you want to let us know. Go to go to our Twitter. Because I think we failed to show it last time because the internet was cut. So if we can show our Twitter, that would be great. And you can kind of you know add us like ideas at Meet Me Pie so that we will see it in our Twitter. Everybody can see it, see your cool idea, and if your idea is super cool, we're gonna feature it in the video. So yeah, so that's the Meet Me Pie, the the handle, Twitter handle. So let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So meet by.
So
Yes, it would be absolutely amazing to take a few suggestions. We're gonna work a little bit more on our improving our tech issues for next week. We have less and less tech issues
yes,
every week,
I am
and yes,
expecting my new computer tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. And then we
oh
like I think worst thing worst, we just changed the setup into a less fancy one, like without these like cute backgrounds and stuff. We just do it on Zoom, if it's possible. But otherwise, yeah, we'll try to deliver like the content as smooth as possible. So yeah, stay tuned.
yes,
Stay tuned. Right.
and get the links over here. Get the links over here.
Yeah, right. So hope to see you next week. Sorry about the beginning, the technical issues, but yeah, we're getting better. So see you, Lace. Speak soon.
See ya. Yes, always a pleasure. So much fun.
Yeah. So bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
See you next week.